A woman disappears in the middle of the night after visiting her ex. Her car was found 3 days later, abandoned. Her purse still inside. The woman, however, nowhere to be found. She had zero reason to be where her car was found. There were no connections to the site where her car was located. And since that fateful night, no phone calls, no bank activity, no Cierra. My name is Amber. You're watching Beyond the Silence, and this is the disappearance of Cierra Jeanna Chapman. Alrighty, so we're going to start off with the Charlie Project, looking at that website first because that's where I found her case, right? So, according to the Charlie Project, Cierra was last seen on December 27th, 2022, around 4:30 a.m. She was seen at her ex-boyfriend's apartment on Autumnwood Drive in Trotwood. She had gone there to exchange some personal items. So they were breaking up and things were over for them. Not good. She was basically going there to exchange their stuff and then leave, right? She never left. Well, nobody knows what happened. So it says surveillance footage captured her silver 2014 Cadillac SRX leaving the complex shortly after. It's unclear if Cierra was driving it, however. She hasn't been seen since. Alright, I'm going to move my face out of the way and I'm going to blow this up and let's read this together. So it says, missing woman. Her name is Cierra Jeanna Chapman. She went missing from Trotwood, Ohio. She's been missing since December 27th, 2022. She was 30 years old at the time. She is a black female, 118 pounds, and she's 5'5". She has black hair, brown eyes, and she is believed to be wearing blue jeans, a yellow t-shirt, and possibly a green jacket with fur around the hood. Cierra was last seen in the morning of December 27, 2022 at Autumnwoods Drive apartment in Trotwood, Ohio. Cierra was reported missing on December 29, 2022. On January 6, 2023, police found her 2014 Cadillac SRX SUV in Middletown, Ohio. Her purse and other personal items were located inside the vehicle. She has not been heard from since. Then it goes on to say, if you have any information regarding the disappearance of Cierra Chapman, please contact the Dayton Police Department at 937-333-1264. So as we're looking at these comments and going through these flyers and different things about Cierra, I just want to take a minute to tell you a little bit about who she was. I personally don't know Cierra. She sounds like a lot of fun and I really wish I did, but I was able to gather some information from the internet about what her family has said about her, right? So they say that she is the life of the party. She was described as energetic and extremely vibrant. She was a devoted mother and sister. Cierra's sister emphasized their close bond and how they never did anything without each other. She also mentioned the impact of Cierra's absence on her son, who frequently asks, "Where's my auntie at?" That is just heartbreaking to me. Cierra was definitely a loving mother. For respect of Cierra and her family, I'm going to keep personal details out of this video. But she had a child, and I cannot imagine what they're going through. This family has been deeply affected. Cierra's aunt did express the family's anguish. Not knowing is so rough. Trying to keep that alive is hard for us. Not knowing what's going on, what's happened to her. This case has left a family absolutely devastated, a community confused, and investigators searching. If we look up here, the FBI has actually offered a reward up, a cash reward of $10,000. I don't know numbers. $10,000 for information leading to Cierra's recovery and the conviction of those responsible for her disappearance. Why does it say recovery? Authorities believe her disappearance was suspicious and possibly well planned. I'm trying so hard to keep my thoughts to myself. I'll share my opinions at the end. Right, so if we turn to Web Sleuths, and if you don't know, like Web Sleuths is basically a community of true crime enthusiasts. It's a platform where people alike and concerned individuals get together and basically analyze and share their thoughts, discuss different cases, just that. So I actually found a dedicated thread to Cierra's disappearance on here. Let's take a look. Alright, this first one says, why would Cierra go there if she apparently had no connection to Middletown? She's been gone for over 2 weeks already. This is not looking good. The next one says, and these were posted, when was that? January 12th, 2023, January 12th, 2023. So this was like 2 years ago. It says, yeah, I live in Middletown. I usually say, Cincinnati? Because no one has heard of Middletown. Oh, okay, Cincinnati. And Trotwood is a ways away. The articles I have read haven't said where they found the car. If someone dumped it here to get rid of it, they had to have someone drive them back. There isn't a bus or any kind of public transportation between Middletown and Trotwood. So if we look at the maps, which I like to do because, you know, it gives us like an idea of her route and just like a visual. It gives us a visual. I like visuals. Anyway, then you'll see that it's a pretty good distance away, right? Cierra was last seen in Trotwood. So, and that was like the early morning, right, of December 27th, at the boyfriend's house. Just there to drop off belongings, not there for any other reason. They already broke up. She's dropping off belongings and leaving. And her car, so she is here, and last known whereabouts up here in Trotwood. Her car was found all the way down in Middletown. That's over 30 miles away, and that's super weird because her family said she really didn't have any connection. She didn't know anybody down there. She had no reason to be there, and they really don't know why she was there. So that leaves us to wonder, like, what was she doing there? What was her car doing there? Was she even there? Was this just placed here? I mean, so many questions. All right, so her vehicle was last seen at 4:30 a.m. Does she say she doesn't say she was necessarily driving? Would it be odd for her to be coming or going at that hour? Yeah, see, I mean, if she had a job that required her to get up, then it is possible that she just stopped before work, you know? Uh, I don't know. All right, let's see. And then, you know, like people just go on to basically say, we want to know more about the boyfriend. And honestly, I feel the same way. But it was definitely interesting to go through this and read all the different opinions and accounts. Hi. Yeah, so I don't know the rules here. I don't know if this is allowed, but I'm about to show you a like news clipping thing that I found where Sierra's family just talks about her and then news reporters also talk about her. So yeah.
She was then reported missing on December 29th, and her car was found in Middletown on January 6th. Dayton police now fear for her safety. I spoke with her sister, who says the family is heartbroken.
She's not going out without a fight.
A family shaken.
She makes us laugh. She kind of make our day. Again, she was loving and caring. She do have a 15-year-old son, honey. She would die for her.
30-year-old Cierra Chapman was last seen leaving these apartments in Trotwood around 4:30 in the morning on December 27th. Dayton police say she was there to drop off some personal items to her ex-boyfriend. There is video evidence of her car leaving that area, but then nothing. Her family has not heard from her since. Police also checked her financial records, and she has not used any money. Her sister Letitia Lofton says this behavior is not like Cierra.
No matter what time of the day it is, Sierra's going to pick up. She could be dead asleep to this world, and we can call her 2:30. She's going to answer the phone. So for us to call her and she not return a call back, and then days later we calling, still no phone call, nothing. It was just kind of like something is wrong.
The family reached out to the Doc Ellis Foundation on December 30th for support and to help spread the word.
We made contact with law enforcement on the 4th. From there, we also reached out to the Attorney General's office, so we were able to get her missing persons flyer up. We then share it to make sure that it goes viral by way of social media. And we just walk with the family the entire process.
Cierra's car, a silver Cadillac SRX SUV, was found in Middletown on January 6th. Police say they did not find any evidence in the car and there was no reason for her to be in Middletown. Now the family is pleading for any information that could help bring Cierra home.
Anything can help. Anything. I don't care if it's just a whisper. Like I said, a bird could send a sign. Just give us something.
And police did get a statement over the phone from her ex-boyfriend, who was the last person to see her. They're trying to get him to come into the station to answer more questions, but that has not happened yet. If you know anything about this case or if you saw her car at any point from Trotwood to Middletown, call Dayton Police, Crime Stoppers, or you can reach out to the Doc Ellis Foundation tip line. In the studio, Riley Phillips, 2 News, working for you.
Oh, so hearing from Cierra's family, you can really hear and feel the pain in their voices, in their eyes, their tears. I mean, it's just horrible. And I really feel bad for them. And you can really feel the love they have for her. And this just breaks my heart. So when you take a step back and you look at everything from where she last was seen to where her car was found and how quickly things just went quiet, it really does leave us with a lot of questions, right? And now I want to take a minute to share my own thoughts and opinions and stuff that just really stands out. Now, disclaimer, I don't matter. Nothing I matter, but my opinions don't matter. What matters is finding Cierra and bringing her home to her family. I'm an opinionated person and I do want to share. Alrighty, so you have made it to the My Opinions portion of the video. I just want to say first and foremost, I really try to make these videos with compassion and with empathy and with the utmost respect for the families. Now, sometimes when we look at people who may be guilty, I'm kind of harsh. But innocent till proven guilty, right? Right. But no, seriously, I want to keep it respectful for Cierra and her family. With that said, I think it is extremely important that the boyfriend is looked into and focused on. And I don't know nothing. I really don't. I know what I've shown you. So maybe they do have something. All I know is that Cierra was young. She was beautiful. She had a baby to get home to. And she was last seen at that apartment complex. And they had just broken up. With that said, I'm not here to make accusations. I want to say that it's a red flag to me. There's just something that's not right about it. But I don't even know the boyfriend's name. But I really would share it if I knew it, but I don't know it. So can't even share it with you. I don't know. All I know is that something feels really, really not good about this. And I'm going to continue to pray for Cierra and Cierra's family. But like I said, the timeline is tight. The location of the car doesn't make any sense. Yet we don't have any clear answers on what happened after Cierra knocked on that door. So that's that. At the end of the day, none of it sits right with me. Cierra didn't just disappear. Her family said so. And I believe the family. Until the truth comes to light, the most important thing we can do is continue to talk about her story and continue to ask questions. And definitely keep supporting her family in any way that you can, even if that's by sharing her story. Cierra mattered. Cierra is loved. And Cierra is so missed.